Hello everyone, my name is Seema and welcome to this video. What are we discussing today? The topic for today's discussion is, are women born to serve their husbands and their families? Well, I belong to the Indian cultural system, which uh, has its own issues, like many other cultures, which are not conducive to the growth and well-being of a woman uh, before, especially more after marriage. Why do I say that? Um, because see, we are not given, I was lucky enough, but most women are not given equal opportunities, even if they, even when they're growing up, even if they're capable, even if they have all the talents that they possess. Some restriction or the other is put on them to ensure that they cannot shine brightly in their life. So my mother was very thinking, so I did not face those kinds of issues, but I had a lot of problems that I faced once I was married, because the expectation was and is, for most girls, that when they marry into a family, here is a person now who's an able, intelligent person who has a degree to themselves, will now bring in income for the household, additional income which was not there. A person who will now cook and clean for free, because they're living in the house. They will bear children, they'll bring up children by themselves and grow the family for the son. And of course, whatever son's requirements are, she will meet that, and whatever requirements are of the in-laws, she will meet that, because the expectation is for her to bend backwards to meet the needs of the family that she has married into. Now, that can start small or big. It can start from expecting you to bring in um, stuff for the family and the extended family that you've married into. You will be point blank asked for it. You will be uh, forced to do things that you don't want to, dress in a certain way, be in a certain way, talk in a certain way. Most of it will be restrictions over what you like, so that the other people can stop your happiness and stop the joy from you. You will be restricted on where you can go, how much you can spend time, what you can read, what you can eat, how to, move in the family, what to say, what not to say, things like that. There'll be a lot of restrictions put on that girl. However, when that same husband goes to his wife's side, people will be very welcoming and encouraging. And even if the boy is not doing the right thing, the girl's parents will say, make sure he's okay, he will learn with time. But the boy's side will never give this girl a second chance. Even if you don't make any mistake, you will still be hit, and you will not be nurtured, you will not be taught anything. You will actually, the information will be hidden from you. You'll be manipulated, no truth will come out to you. You will never find out what's going on. They'll play a game where they are very strong and capable and have a lot of people around them, where you'll be shown that you stand alone, and because of the number, you'll be pressured to kind of agree with them. And um, and your rights will not become known to you. And even if for no fault of yours, you'll be blamed. For your fault, you'll be blamed. For everything else, you and your parents will be taken to task. And there's no respect for the individual, there's no respect for the girl's family side. And the toxicity continues always. She will be an outsider, no matter how many years she has been in the marriage, how many years she has been nice to people, how many times she has been gone out of the way to be of a help to people. It will never be counted. The fact that she bears the children, the next generation, will not be of any value. The fact that she makes the husband happy, she builds her home, will actually be taken against it, because that just means their son doesn't have now time for them. And lot of games will be played to break her. Lot of games will be played to make her look less, and her family look less too. And nobody will be kind to her, even when she has given birth, or she has lost a parent, or those tragic times where she's lost her job. And those times will be actually used to hit her even more, because now they know that this girl will not be able to fight back because of her own physical and mental condition. And they get that mean, they get that abusive. And most people are born in that kind of a setup and die in that kind of a setup, as a slave to their husband and their husband's family, because the culture also doesn't look at the girl returning back home to her parents home as something nice. The family structure, the family and the social setup looks at divorce in a bad light. And so the boy's family know about that. The boy's family uses that in their favor, and they think that they can keep on hurting this girl and making her do what they want, because there is no going back for her. And most of the men in this case, the boys, they never speak up, because they have been conditioned to be loyal to their parents. They have been conditioned to not speak up, to be not non-committed. And most boys will say that they will give their wife whatever they can do, but as long as it doesn't involve the parents, they don't want to get into that conflict. So then the girl has really no support structure. The girl's parents will not say anything either, because whatever, if they get involved, the marriage will break, and they want their daughter to have a happy marriage, and for her children to have the blessing of the father, because people know that the boys will be reactive, and it will be very easy for them to break the marriage. But the girl, however, will just continue to suffer, and continue to sacrifice herself at every along the way, just to save her marriage and her children. So nobody really does anything, and most women die like that, not being able to come out, because after the in-laws die, it is the boys, their own children who have grown up, and their own sons cause trouble for them, and or their own daughters could cause trouble for them. And so their old age becomes hell, because in the end it's all about control. Who's going to control in a family dynamics? That is what how toxic families work, right? So who has an upper hand? Is either the mother-in-law or the daughter-in-law. Somebody has to have the upper hand, and it's all about control. Whoever gets the control runs the show. So people are just like doing things to get that in their hand. So if somebody, 1 in 1,000, speaks up, if 1 in 1,000 says this is wrong, then they are punished, they're isolated, they are blamed, they are really looked down upon, and mocked and ridiculed amongst the entire extended family. And they have no social, their social standing is taken away, because if this girl speaks her truth and somebody understands that, then the toxic in-laws or the toxic family members will look bad. And so to take away that credibility, they go around spoiling her reputation in the social setup. That way nobody will believe her when she speaks the truth, right? But that's a tragedy that most women go through. But realize you are not a slave to these people. Realize that you don't have to suffer. Realize that even if they have done so much wrong against you, you can still stand up. The day you wake up is the day you can change your life. The day you open your eyes, the day you say no, is the day where your life starts to change. So speak up, say your truth. If nobody wants to listen, then you have no option but to leave that situation. And if you have no place in your parents' home, if it brings disgrace to them that you have left your marriage, then you are an educated person. You have, your hands are, you're intact, you're healthy, your hands work. Why don't you, just support yourself? And as for the children, let them figure things out. Maybe that's a lesson their soul wants to learn. They will get stronger in the process, and maybe your husband will realize what his fault is after you actually leave, and maybe he can take people to task for that. But if you continue to suffer and you don't say no, it's like you're telling the universe that it's okay, that you can be sacrificed, it's okay for you to suffer, and it's okay for you to be like that. So if you find yourself in a toxic situation like this, do do to be authentic. Tell how it is, tell how you feel. And no need to suppress your emotion, no need to suppress um, who you are, because you are no lesser child of God. God made everybody equal, and we are not here to be taken control of, right? It's like, we are not, even animals shouldn't be done, we shouldn't do that to animals, but we are human beings, we are the divine walking in this human body, and we have the right to be and to live the way we want, right? So never lose trust in the Almighty. He guides us through all phases of our life, and He has the right thing planned for us all the time. Hope this was helpful. Thanks for watching.